The iron presses inward before the crowd gathers. Cold metal rests against Margaret Knox's skull, while the blacksmith tightens the hinge behind her head. The mechanism does not snap shut, it grinds. Each turn of the screw drags the bands closer until the cage sits flush against bone. Breath moves through her nose in short pulls. The bit is not yet in place, but the ring at the front already hangs heavy against her chin. The square in Edinburgh is not loud. It waits. The bailiff stands at her side, leather glove wrapped around the chain that dangles from the iron ring. He does not look at her eyes. He watches the smith instead. A final adjustment is made at the back of her skull. The hinge locks, then the mouthpiece is lifted. It is a flat plate of iron shaped to press down upon the tongue, its inner surface darkened by rust and the faint scratches of teeth that came before her. From its center rises a narrow spike, no longer than a fingernail, positioned not to pierce cleanly, but to threaten pressure. The cage itself is forged from thick iron bands, crossing over the crown of the head and descending along the cheeks. Rivets bulge where hammer met metal. A rear clasp seals at the nape of the neck, tightened by a screw that bites into alignment. The entire structure carries the weight of a smith's arm, uneven, brutal, unpolished. A chain attaches at the mouth, designed not only to guide, but to display. The plate slides between her teeth. The spike settles against her tongue. Her jaw cannot close. The first drop of blood does not fall dramatically. It gathers slowly where iron meets flesh. Margaret attempts to swallow and cannot. The movement drives the spike deeper, not piercing, only reminding. The square shifts as townspeople edge closer. Timber houses lean inward over the cobbles. A church bell in the distance marks the hour, indifferent. Whispers move faster than wind through the winds of Edinburgh. It was said in court that Margaret Knox possessed a tongue sharper than any blade in the grass market. According to servants of a merchant family, she cursed men who struck their wives. Some insisted she could sour milk by speaking over it. Yet many believe these claims were nothing more than neighborly grievance sharpened into accusation. What cannot be disputed is that she was brought before the magistrates for scolding, for public disturbance, for refusing silence. The bailiff pulls the chain. Margaret steps forward because her body understands pain before pride. The spike presses harder as her balance shifts. The device is not meant to kill. It is meant to control movement itself. Each stumble threatens the tongue. Each breath is measured against metal. They walk her through the grass market where executions are remembered in the stones. Years earlier, Covenanters were hanged there, their bodies swaying against the skyline of Edinburgh Castle. The city does not forget spectacle. It repeats it. The bridle ensures she cannot shout defiance, cannot pray aloud, cannot curse the men who guide her. A child laughs and is silenced by his mother's grip. The wind turns cold off the Firth of Forth. Margaret's lips tremble against iron. Blood now traces a narrow line to her chin. The bailiff keeps the chain short. Authority does not require shouting. It requires proximity. In Aberdeen, similar masks were said to hang in the council chamber, displayed as warning. In Glasgow, records speak of women paraded beside the River Clyde, iron gleaming against grey water. Chroniclers later argued over how often the bridle was used. Some minimized it, calling it rare. Others described rows of women fitted and marched. The truth settles somewhere heavier, less convenient. The crowd thickens as they circle back toward the high street. Margaret's knees weaken. She cannot lick her lips. She cannot form a word. Saliva pools beneath the plate and spills forward. The spike has begun to bruise the tongue where speech once formed. Her eyes water, not from weeping but from the body's refusal of intrusion. A rumor spreads near the back of the gathering that one woman years before lost her tongue entirely when she stumbled on uneven stone. Another voice insists that never happened, that the device was symbolic, not savage. The iron contradicts that comfort. It presses with patient certainty. The bailiff stops walking. He lifts the chain just enough to tilt her head upward for all to see. The sun breaks briefly through Scottish cloud, striking the iron bands. Rust glows dark red. For a moment, she is less a person than an emblem. Silence is displayed. Time lengthens. The device grows heavier as muscles tire. The blacksmith watches from the edge of the square, arms folded. He crafted the cage weeks earlier under order of the magistrates. Hammer against anvil rang through Leith as ships unloaded timber and tar nearby. He did not ask who would wear it. Iron has no loyalty. Margaret sways, the spike tears. It is not a dramatic wound, but it is enough. Blood fills her mouth fully now. The plate channels it forward. Gasps ripple outward, though quickly suppressed. The bailiff lowers the chain slightly, not out of mercy but calculation. A dead woman teaches less than a suffering one. Hours pass measured only by shadow. By the time the bridle is unlocked, her tongue is swollen beyond speech. The rear clasp resists before yielding. When the cage lifts free, skin beneath is indented, marked by rivet heads and bands. She does not collapse immediately. She stands because standing is the only act left that resembles dignity. No proclamation follows, no apology. Margaret Knox does not speak again in public. In taverns that winter, men claim she wanders the closes at night, mouth forever bleeding. Others swear they saw her at market months later, silent but alive, eyes fixed on the ground. Parish records note no death. They record only fines, disturbances, order restored. The device remains. It hangs within the council chamber of Edinburgh, iron catching candlelight during sessions. Younger magistrates run fingers along its bands as if testing inherited authority. In Dundee, a similar bridle is brought down from storage when complaints rise. The method travels quietly between burghs, from Perth to Stirling, carried not by spectacle but by precedent. Years later, a pamphlet circulates in London condemning northern brutality. It describes the Scottish branks as relics of barbarism. The text claims such punishments belong to a darker age already past, yet shipments of iron continue north. Blacksmiths continue to receive commissions measured in head size. The bridle survives longer than Margaret's strength. Generations shift. The Enlightenment reaches Edinburgh with talk of reason and reform. Coffeehouses replace some scaffolds. Still, in smaller towns, the cage is retrieved from hooks when a woman's voice grows inconvenient. Records thin. Memory thickens. Iron does not decay quickly in dry rooms. Centuries later, museum curators debate whether to display the bridle openly or behind glass with careful wording. Labels describe it as disciplinary, as corrective. Visitors lean closer to inspect the inner spike. Children ask how it worked. Guides answer softly. The metal remains unchanged. Some say the worst pain was the spike. Others insist it was the walk through familiar streets while neighbors watched. One account claims Margaret Knox forgave the city before her death. Another insists she cursed it in whispers that never required a tongue. The iron offers no testimony. It only waits, patient as law, cold as the hand that fastens it. And if authority once needed such a device to command silence, what does it reach for now when silence must still be enforced?